Welcome back to All Folks Racing PlayStation. This is round 6 of the winter 2022 season, and we are in race 2. Still with the BMW V12 LMR, still at the Hockenheim Grand Prix, and we are going to again look at the starting grid for the second race of this round, and we are going to go through the grid. Darren Heads, that finished second in race 1, now starts in pole position, and on the first row we've got Jorge Jesus, who finished third in race 1. Dale Taylor had a lot of challenges in race 1, but he's going to be much better positioned in race 2, starting third, alongside the race 1 winner Kev Allen. Fifth is Jumbo, followed by, again, good qualifying from Rob Oldham. Seventh is Scott Davley, who is hoping for better things in race 2, followed by Simon Allen. That's the fourth row. Fifth row is Stuart Brand and Andrew Dalby. Sixth row is Peter Adrian, and unusual for Diogo Silva to be so low. He's had his fair share of troubles in qualifying, starting in 12th. Last row is Frankie. We don't have Todd Antonio back for the second race. We do have Gonçalo Mota. The man that chose this combo has managed to find some internet to be connected. Unfortunately, not too much time to set a lap, and therefore he is going to be starting from last. But as we saw in race 1, it doesn't really matter because pretty much everyone is going to spin in the first chicane. So we are going to follow this race 2. And lights are going to be out very, very soon. And go, 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 go! Darren Head has made a good start, and so has Dale Taylor. That goes up to second. Jorge Jesus is in third, but will we see a lot of action again in the... Oh, someone has a span already there. And that is... Oh, that is Kev Allen. And that is significant because he was absolutely dominating in race 1. What happened to Kev Allen? He's just lost it on his own. Yes, pretty much on his own. He managed to complete 10 laps of the first race without a single incident. But now in race 2, he basically binned it in turn 1. So it's going to be a recovery race for Kev. I'm sure that his pace is very good, and Dale Taylor is going for the lead, or is he? No, he's not going for the lead, he's going for a spin. As we let's go and see what happened in the first chicane. So we are going to see it from Peter Adrian's perspective, and that's, I think, enough. And we are going to go in the chase camera. There is Peter, there's Dale. So Dale spins. Oh, there's contact there between, I believe, Andrew Dalby and I believe Gonçalo Mota was involved in it as well. Oh, Diogo Silva has been hit as well. Diogo Silva has been hit, and so has Stuart Brand. We are going to try to follow what happened here. This is Stuart Brand. Diogo Silva is in 8th spot. Stuart Brand coming behind, and and that was quite an ambitious move from Stuart that has delayed him a lot, and also Diogo, and I believe that Stuart is actually going to wait for Diogo to go through. Yes, he is. So that's good sporting behavior. Stuart actually waits for pretty much everyone to go through, and Dale Taylor is now 13th. Diogo Silva is up to, well, he started 12th, and he is in 12th, so he hasn't really lost any time compared to... Oh, and someone has spun there. That is again Kev Allen. Kev Allen has spun again, and he's managed to do 2 errors in the space of 1 lap. And look at that. Let's try to establish who's who. Let's see. Darren Head is ahead of Jorge Jesus, but Jorge Jesus under pressure from Jumbo. Jumbo is up to 3rd. Rob Oldham is up to 4th. 5th is... Scott Davley, definitely going better this second race, at least in the first lap. Someone is spinning. Someone spun there, and we have to look at what it was. I believe it was Rob Oldham was involved in it. Yes, he was. And he was trying to defend. No, he was trying to attack. And that is Jumbo. And let's look at this from... I apologize for my Let's look at this from Rob's perspective. He was going to go on the inside, I believe. Yes, he was going to go on the inside, and Owen spins on his own, but Jumbo also runs wide, so Scott Davely is actually up to third right now, and that's a good start for the American driver. Simon Allen up to fourth. Peter Adrian is up to fifth. Andrew Dalby is in sixth. Gonçalo Mota from last. Yes, I mentioned it. It doesn't really matter. Oh, and Gonçalo now avoids Andrew Dalby and actually is up to sixth. Rob Oldham is in seventh. Diogo Silva, who was in 12th the last time we checked, is now in 8th. 9th is Frankie. 10th is Stuart Brand. 11th Dale Taylor. 12th Andrew Dalby with that spin. 13th is Kev Allen, and 14th is Jumbo, as we have a good battle here between Dale Taylor and Stuart Brand. That's for 10th place, and we are going to follow it for a while. In the first chicane, Dale Taylor certainly has been able to do clean passes in the first chicane, and I believe he's done another one. Yes, nicely done from Dale, as he's up to 10th. Now let's look at close battles in the field. We seem to have one here that is Rob Oldham and Gonçalo Mota with Frankie then behind. Let's see if these drivers manage to behave, as Gonçalo is in 6th place after starting last. And look at that, Rob Oldham, and I believe that's Diogo Silva there as well in 8th spot, as Rob is now in, yes, he's overtaking Gonçalo and manages to keep it on the track as Diogo Silva has lost time there. As you know, he is behind Gonçalo Mota. He's lost a bit of time. Look at that battle over there. That's absolutely brilliant. Dale Taylor, Stuart Brand, and the recovering Kev Allen, as they are almost all in the same piece of real estate. Someone runs wide there, but everyone survives to fight another day. That's the battle for 9th place. Frankie, oh, look at that, someone going through the grass there. That was, I believe, Jumbo. Oh no, it was Stuart Brand. Stuart Brand lost a bit of time there because the grass is significantly slower than the track, as he's now in 12th place. Let's look at the battle for the lead. That's 1 second between Darren Head, who is again ahead of everyone, and Jorge Jesus, already almost 5 seconds ahead of Scott Davely. Simon Allen is putting some pressure on the American driver for third, and this is going to be an interesting battle to watch. Peter Adrian, no mistakes from Peter Adrian, and he's up to 5th spot. 6th is Rob Oldham. 7th is Diogo Silva. Diogo Silva is ahead of Gonçalo Mota. Gonçalo dropping down the order a little bit after such a strong start. And in other battles we can see Kev Allen is up to 10th spot. There he is. Oh, someone has spun. Oh, someone has spun big time. Oh, and who's that up in the air? That is Frankie. No, Frankie. It is not Dale Taylor. It is Andrew Dalby. Is it? No, it's not Andrew Dalby. I believe. Oh, it's Gonçalo Mota. Gonçalo Mota is, well, is upside down actually, and we are going to try to establish what happened to him with. Let's go for the onboard. No, he's lost it there. Oh, big hit there, and then he's in the middle of the track, and Frankie comes and basically hits him, and now Gonçalo cannot reset because the other driver is too close. Now Frankie is going to have to reverse there, and then Gonçalo will be able to hopefully reset and magically come back into the track. There he is. He's now in 14th, which is again where he started, so not losing any time compared to his qualifying position. Darren Head continues to be heading towards the end of another lap. That's lap number 3, and he seems to be holding up nicely. 1 second from Alonso Fonso. We have other good battles on the track. That's Simon Allen there is now actually up to third. We haven't seen what happened, but Simon definitely up to third. Scott Davely is down to fourth place. Peter Adrian under pressure from Rob Oldham. Diogo Silva in seventh spot. Kev Allen is actually up to 8, so we are going to see a good battle very soon, because Kev Allen is definitely coming with a lot of pace. 9th is Stuart Brand, 10th is Jumbo, 11th is Dale Taylor. Lost a bit of time, we didn't see what happened, but the 2:07 is not the right, and we are going to actually find out what happened to Dale Taylor, because it is somewhat significant in terms of championship. That, was it here? No, it wasn't here. It was actually a long time ago, and we were busy with other battles. But the 2:07 and Andrew Dalby at 2. Oh no, this was, I believe this was the incident in the second chicane. No, it wasn't. And what happened to Dale Taylor? He was in 13th spot. We are very curious to find out, as it's quite amusing to see everyone going in reverse. Well, I'm not sure we'll be able to. That's another lap. Well, we couldn't quite see what happened to Dale Taylor, but oh, there it is. He is in 10th spot. He had Stuart Brand behind. This is still lap 3 because we've been going back in time. Stuart Brand attacking Dale Taylor and in front. Oh, that was... And Dale again, this is not the right direction of the track. He reverses and now has a bit more space to maneuver the BMW, but of course the grass is quite slippery. This is what happened to Dale Taylor, and we've definitely seen what happened to... Look at Kev Allen. This is the incident we've already seen, and Kev Allen manages to go around it, and that's how Kev is up into 8th place. Diogo Silva in 7th, also survived that incident. 6th is Rob Oldham, and 5th is Peter Adrian, as they are now completing yet another lap. And look at this, battle for the lead. The gap is now under a second, briefly before going up again to a second. And look at that, it's quite a variable gap, as different drivers are more or less quick in different parts of the circuit. Maybe they are running different setups as well between stable and loose. With this car it's possible to do good times in either setup, so a range of choices for the old folks here at Hockenheim in this round 6 for the setup of this magnificent BMW V12 LMR, the endurance BMW car that of course was very successful in the late 90s, and of course in this very successful circuit as well. But definitely Jorge Jesus seems to be a little bit closer to Darren Head, and we shall be keeping an eye in that gap. Simon Allen is in 3rd place, but look at that, Scott Davely has not lost a lot of time and definitely still in contention for a podium. Peter Adrian doing a very good job indeed, holding on to that 5th place, but now he's coming under pressure from Rob Oldham. And look at that, they're side by side going into the second chicane, and I'm not sure it's a very good idea to do this chicane side by side. Peter Adrian yields, and Rob is up to 5th. Diogo Silva continues to be in 7th, but is a very important spectator to this battle. And there is Kev Allen. There is Kev Allen in the back. The winner of race 1 with such domination is now in 8th spot after oh, and someone that's Rob Oldham has spun in the 3rd chicane, and this means he's lost a few positions. Yes, Peter Adrian up to 5th. 6th is Diogo Silva. 5th is Peter Adrian now. Sorry, 7th. 5th is Peter Adrian, obviously, but I had said that before. 6th is Diogo Silva, and 7th is going to be Kev Allen, and Kev is coming at Diogo with a lot of pace. 0.3 of a second faster in the last lap. Rob Oldham is down to 8th spot. Jumbo is in 9th. Stuart Brand is in 10th. Dale Taylor after that spin in the first chicane in 12th. 12th in 11th. 12th is Andrew Dalby. 13th is Gonçalo Mota, and 14th is Frankie. Frankie already 11 seconds behind Gonçalo, so must have had some sort of problem as well. Let's look at battles, at close battles, and the closest battle right now, it's definitely Peter Adrian and Diogo Silva. That's the battle for 5th spot. And look at that, Diogo Silva now with a better exit from the first chicane, and I think he's going to go for it. Or is he now? Look at that, Peter Adrian defending vigorously, and Diogo is now going to go for the inside of that becomes the outside, but not really an opportunity there as they go through the second chicane, and Peter continues to be ahead of Diogo. Let's look at the gap at the front. Oh dear, we've got a battle for the lead, definitely, with Darren Head and Jorge Jesus. So we're going to keep an eye on the battle for 5th, but definitely not losing a single moment of the battle for the lead. The first time that we had in this round a battle for the lead, because in race 1 it was pretty much domination by Kev Allen, and now we've got two drivers that are 0.4 of a second from each other. That's Darren Head ahead of Jorge Jesus, and Jorge is coming back at him. Jorge is coming at Darren, and maybe, just maybe, he has a bit of pace in the first chicane. That this is actually the closest battle on the track, because Peter Adrian continues to be ahead of Diogo Silva also by 0.4 of a second, but at least we are going to see the first chicane here at Hockenheim, and Darren Head already going to defend, weaving a little bit and trying to break the draft, and he does seem to have a little bit more top speed than Jorge Jesus, and Jorge is now braking very late and ends up losing quite a lot of time, at least a second in this process. Let's look at the battle for 5th again. That is now a three-way battle, because Kev Allen, as expected, has found the back of Diogo Silva, almost hitting him, but not quite. Does a good job there avoiding an accident, Kev Allen, but Diogo Silva again, very good exit from the first chicane. Will he go the other way around now? Yes, he will go the other way around. Now on the outside, and will he maintain the position? No. Peter Adrian continues. Oh, look at that, Kev Allen almost getting cut across the track there. Beautiful battle here for 5th place, but Peter Adrian doing a good job with two heavyweights of Old Fox Racing PlayStation behind him. He's done an incredible job. Now here comes Diogo Silva on the inside of the third chicane. That didn't quite work, because Peter is actually able to brake later than Diogo, and now but now good exit from the chicane, and maybe that was his angle. Do not brake late, but have a good exit, and yes, I think he's got the job done. Look at this, Peter Adrian is going to lose 2 positions in one go, maybe. No, he maintains 6th place. Now he's got to leave some space for Kev Allen, and Kev is up to 5th spot. Diogo Silva, sorry, Kev is up to 6th spot, with Diogo Silva up to 5th. Battle for the lead is still quite close, with Darren Head now 0.6 of a second ahead, and look at that, there's a battle there between Peter Adrian and Rob Oldham. Oh, look at this, Kev Allen is coming at Diogo Silva, but so is Jorge Jesus, but let's go and see if Kev Allen is going to make a move or not. He certainly has. He's coming, and Diogo has to leave him space, but manages to keep the position. Rob Oldham has spun there. Rob Oldham spins in the first chicane, but look at this side-by-side racing for 5th place. It's absolutely brilliant. And now here comes Kev Allen on the outside. Will there be space? Yes. But will he keep it? No, he's going to get out of it, because the second chicane is not a great idea. And he's run wide. is run wide. Was there contact? We are going to try to find out if there was contact. I couldn't see any contact. No, it was just Kev, just a little bit ambitious there, and keeps sixth place because Peter Adrian is, no, he does not keep sixth place because Peter Adrian has found a way around him. Rob Oldham is there. Look at that. Let's go to that battle. Kev Allen is trying to come back at Peter Adrian with Rob Oldham now holding Jumbo and Dale Taylor. Battle for 8th spot. The positions at the back are more or less stable, so we will remain in these very interesting midfield battles. Rob Oldham, and Kev Allen is ahead of Peter Adrian. Kev Allen is again up to 6th place. Lap 7, let's check on the leaders. Darren Head on lap 8 already, in fact, so 3 laps to go as they are in the beginning of lap 8. Again, the gap is under a second, but I'm not sure Jorge Jesus has an opportunity for a clean pass. He will need to create it in the next couple of laps. As, well, we seem to have a battle there between Frankie and Gonçalo Mota. Gonçalo Mota is down to 14th, I just noticed. Nice battle here continues to happen between Rob Oldham, that actually has now lost a position to Dale Taylor up to 9th. And the gap at the front is now 1.3 seconds, so Darren Head is managing to keep ahead of Jorge Jesus. And what the result would it be for Darren Head if he manages to win this race? It would mean that in the last 4 races he's got 3 victories and 1 second place, and that's a very, very strong championship challenge for Darren in this winter season, especially with drivers like Kev Allen, Diogo Silva down the order. Jorge Jesus also very strong in this winter season, and a podium in race 1 and now 2nd place in race 2, but can he still challenge for the victory? We are going to go through the field and find out that well, the gap between 3rd and 4th is 3 seconds. The gap between 4th and 5th is not that big. After all, that brouhaha that Diogo Silva, Jumbo, and Peter Adrian has had a problem. Peter Adrian has had a problem, and that was a problem trying to overtake Jumbo as they connected. And did they both go out? Peter Adrian certainly went out, but it seems to have lost a lot of time. Jumbo didn't lose that much time, and someone was almost spinning there as Peter is down to 10th. That was Stuart Brand behind him. And Peter now is again in the grass as Stuart Brand comes back at him. So let's recap what is happening behind Scott Davely. Actually, the gap to Diogo Silva is not that big, 3 seconds, and Diogo 2 seconds a lap faster. Look at this, Kev Allen has lost time, 2:02 in the last lap. Is definitely not a fast time around Hockenheim with this car, so he has lost time but not position, as he maintained 6th place. 7th is Jumbo, 8th is Dale Taylor, 9th is Rob Oldham, and 10th now is Peter Adrian after that incident at the entrance of the stadium. Let's look for battles, and certainly seems to me that the closest battle is this one between Jumbo and Dale Taylor. They are less than a second apart. And Alonso Fonso has had a problem. We are going to have to find out what happened, because he's lost 8 seconds in... Oh dear, he's lost a lot more than 8 seconds, and and that was why. He's behind Darren Head. Just clips the curb and then off he goes, and that's a very, very big grassland there. Presses the reset button, but that is enough to lose 8 seconds. So now maybe we've got a battle for 2nd place. Not quite. There's still 4 seconds between George and Simon Allen, but look at this. Diogo Silva is definitely closer to Scott Davely, and this could be significant for the championship. Look at that, that's Jumbo. Oh, Kev Allen has lost time as well. Did he lose time in the second chicane? We are about to find out. Yes, that's a carbon copy of George as he clips the curb there, and then off he goes into, oh, and someone else behind this, well, almost looks like a Joker lap there for different drivers, but Kev Allen lost a position, 2 positions. Jumbo is now 6th, Dale Taylor is up to 7th. Kev Allen, what a disastrous second race. After such domination and no errors in race 1, now he's sitting in 8th spot. And they are about to start the last lap, but look at this, Jumbo and Dale Taylor, they're absolutely going for it. Absolutely brilliant battles here at Hockenheim as they now enter the stadium for the 9th time. And it seems to me that Dale Taylor has got more pace than Jumbo. Yes, oh, and contact between these 2 drivers. But Jumbo remains ahead. Kev Allen is now coming back at Dale Taylor. This is absolutely brilliant racing between all these drivers as they start the last lap. And let's look for battles. Let's go quickly through the field. Darren Head is going to win this race if he makes no mistakes, which is normally what he does. Second is Jorge Jesus, and look at that, Simon Allen is not far behind, but I don't think he's going to get there. Fourth is Scott Davely, but Diogo Silva is definitely not that far behind. Now, can he make a clean move before the race ends is the question. Sixth is Jumbo, now in the first chicane, and Jumbo has remained ahead, and Kev Allen is up to 7th. He's got the job done on Dale Taylor, but Dale is still coming back at in the second chicane. Darren Head is going to win this race. Let's see, where is Diogo Silva and Scott Davely? They are, look at that, they are nose to tail, and Scott is going to have to defend. Yes, he's going to have to defend. And look at that, Diogo Silva is going to go for it, or is he is trying to find the best opportunity? That's going to be the entrance of the stadium. This has not gone well in previous, but Scott tries to defend, and Diogo is through. Oh, Scott is in the grass. Loses time. Darren Head wins. Second place is Jorge Jesus. Third place, Simon Allen. Fourth is going to be Diogo Silva, and we are going to see if there was any contact between these drivers or not. It seems to me the first ever overtake at the stadium that didn't end up. Let's see from Scott's perspective in the chase camera what happened here. This was the last lap move, and Diogo is coming. Scott leaves him space. Diogo is coming. I think no, absolutely no contact, but Scott goes into the grass and is going to have to, oh, he's going to the grass again. Does he lose the position or not? Fifth place, where is Kev Allen? No, Scott is again is in the track again, so he's going to definitely finish fifth. Sixth is going to be Kev Allen. Kev Allen has gone around Jumbo, and we are going to have to find out what happened, because again this is significant, and it was at the stadium as well. Nice move there, Kev Allen on the outside. Jumbo tries to defend, but it was too strong to be defended, and ooh, look at that, almost losing it there at the Sachs curve. But Kev Allen is going to be sixth. Jumbo is in seventh, and in the ground. Oh, Jumbo is not going to be seventh because he's lost it. Lit in the last corner, reset button, but Dale Taylor is ahead. Jumbo is going to be eighth, almost entering the pit lane there. But he's going to finish the race in 8th. 9th is going to be Stuart Brand. 10th is going to be Peter Adrian. Good performance. Unfortunately, that incident in the stadium compromising his race. 11 is going to be Rob Oldham. 12 is going to be Andrew Dalby. 13 is going to be Gonçalo Mota. Gonçalo Mota is spun in the last lap, and now we've got a bit of excitement because Frankie is actually coming not far behind, but I think Gonçalo is going to be able to complete the race in 13th spot, and Frankie is going to complete the race in 14th spot. What a race this was again, with a lot of action. Darren Head, Jorge Jesus again on the podium, but now first and second. Kev Allen isn't on the podium, he ends up 6th, with Simon Allen now securing 3rd, ahead of Diogo Silva and Scott Davey completing the top 5. That's it for round 6. We'll be back next week. Is a special event, but the week after you're going to have more of Old Folks Racing PlayStation. Stay with us.